Welcome to another broadcast of Channel 77. I'm Mandy Diedrich.
And I'm Erica Brown.
The large gym will be open on Tuesday and Thursday nights from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Any girl interested can come out and play.
Every Monday and Wednesday after school, there will be wrestling intramurals for middle school.
And now to Mark Abbott with the field report.
It's not often that high school news occurs off campus. It's even rare that this news occurs on another high school's campus. By now, most of the Hazelwood West student body has heard about last Saturday's incident at Hazelwood Central's homecoming. I set out to prove the rumors false. I talked to Betsy Solari, the West student who first found the damage at Central.
Saturday morning, the day of Central's homecoming, I have swim practice every Saturday there at 7 o'clock. So at 6:30, I showed up and I was walking to the pool. And as you walk in the pool, there's a hallway you have to turn down, and then it intersects with another hallway which you turn right down. There's a gym right when you walk in. That was locked up. I didn't see that. But the hallways is where the backdrops were. And at first I was walking, it was really dark, and I just saw they had a castle with a blue backdrop, and as I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that looks, kind of cool. And on it, I see spray paint, and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. And it said West Rules on the side, and I was like, that doesn't look right. So, and then I looked at the other backdrop, which was a lot worse than the other one. It had a big W on this sheer curtain, and there was like more of a thing they were going to hang up. It said Wildcats, and I mean, it didn't look like things were torn down, just spray paint everywhere. So then I went up to the pool and I told my coach, and we called security. Security came down, and they showed up, and they were like, man, you should see the gym. So then after practice, I was curious, so I went to the gym to go look at that. And all the lights were turned off, so I couldn't see like what was torn down. All I saw was just things everywhere, like decorations. There were some larger objects. I didn't see the bleachers, but yeah.
Already at Central for a football game, the West cheerleaders began damage control immediately. I talked to Heather Snee about what happened and what they did to help.
We were waiting on the side of our building for the bus to come, and Nikki Throm and Nicole Daly came up and told us that some swimmers had found it that morning at 5 o'clock, and that the people from West had trashed Central's homecoming, and that their homecoming was ruined and all their decorations were torn down and stuff. A group of our girls walked to the bathroom and saw Mrs. Jacobs-Meyer, one of our secretaries, and we asked her, do you think it's a good idea if we go clean up? And she said, yeah, her daughter's at Central, and she said, I'm sure she would totally appreciate that. So we walked back over, talked to our coach, Jen, and she thought it would be a great idea. So we started to head over to their gym, and we walked in their double doors, and there were some girls sitting there, and we heard them talking about us. So we had on our uniforms, so of course they knew we were from West. And we let our coach go ahead, and she was telling them that we wanted to help. So their student council came to us and was shaking our hands and hugging us and telling us thank you. And we looked around, and they were showing us pictures that they had taken. Just their decorations were ripped down and on the floor. And so we got the squad together, and we put girls up in folds, and we started to hang their decorations up all around the walls and stuff. And we just helped them put their dance back together. And they were really nice. They were really appreciative about it. They shook our hands and told us thank you, and that they really appreciated it.
In high school, there's always two parts to the story, the students and the administration. I talked to Mr. A.J. Gwynn about the administration's initial reactions and what they did about the situation.
The matter was so small, there's no police record, there's no notification. I mean, we asked a few questions. Nobody at Central is interested in pursuing this at all. Their athletic director wasn't very, upset about it. Our athletic director didn't think it was a crucial matter until the rumors here at West got so out of hand that we started asking questions. So, no, there's no investigation, there's no leads. We asked a few questions, and everybody was satisfied with the answers.
The blame for the damage to Central could have easily been put on West. But with the help of the common administration and a few cheerleaders, our school's reputation has been restored. Although the culprit for the crime has yet to be found, Hazelwood West will still have a homecoming as scheduled. I'm Mark Abbott, reporting from the field. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Mark. Nomination forms for the Missouri Fine Arts Academy are available in the Fine Arts Department Center. Please see Mr. Dowdy to receive your application packet.
Outsider forms for the homecoming dance are available in the activities office before school, during lunch, or after school. And now to Chris and Yancey with the field report on the Crucible.
I'm Adam Galinsky, and this is Christian Yancey. We took some time to interview some staff and teachers who are working on this fall's theater production, Arthur Miller's The Crucible.
I got a chance to sit down with Mr. Smittle and talk about his unique design for the stage for The Crucible.
Behind me you can see the actors getting ready for rehearsal. When I started talking with the director earlier this summer, we decided that The Crucible's traditionally done on a flat stage, but we didn't want to do that. We wanted to get some levels in there. And since this is a rather tense drama, I wanted to help that along psychologically. If you look closely at the set, which is almost completed, you'll notice that it's not on the center line of the stage. It's a little bit off center and it's turned slightly. Also, the upper level of the set is tilted slightly, so it's a little lower in the front than the back. All of those things will register subconsciously with the audience members and will help increase that tension because it just doesn't look quite right. Color-wise, it's all going to be earth tones, and there will be a special curtain in the back called a scrim, which lets things appear and disappear behind it. So you'll see some reminders that this leads to hang-ins later in the play as the play goes on.
Thanks, Mr. Smittle. I also got the chance to interview Stephanie Powers. She is our assistant stage manager and our student tech director for The Crucible. Hi, Steph.
Hi.
What is the hardest part about being the student tech director for The Crucible?
I think the hardest part is that we need to make sure that all the crews are following their schedule and staying on time. And during shows like these, problems always come along, and you have to make sure that they're taken care of quickly and dealt with correctly.
That's awesome, Stephanie. Thanks. I'm Kristen Yancey, and now to Adam Galinsky.
Ms. Haas, what's the most challenging part about being a director?
I think probably getting students to understand the difference between being in character and just reading lines, and to take what they do seriously is probably the biggest challenge.
Thanks, Ms. Haas. I also took time to interview senior Sarah Garr, who's playing lead role Abigail Williams.
The hardest challenge so far has been this one scene where I'm talking to a yellow bird. It's not really there, and it's just kind of weird talking to something that's not there for a really long time.
I'm Adam Galinsky, and this is Christian Yancey.
If you need pictures retaken or haven't had your pictures taken for the yearbook, Picture Retake Day is scheduled for Wednesday, October 22nd.
Any seniors with a pickup truck we could use for the homecoming parade, please contact Miss Yeager, Mrs. Frost, Nicole Daly, Heather Casey, Philip Hatton, or Allison Kaki immediately. Thank you.
And now to Nellie with the sports.
Thanks a lot, ladies. It has been a very successful week this past week for the Wildcats sports teams. But, you know, we're going out there, we're giving 110%. You know, we're trying hard. We're trying real hard. We're just not getting the wins on the board, you know. And that's all that matters, you know. We're trying hard, giving 110%. That's all that really matters, right? Darn right, I'm right. But, however, I have one win to report. The varsity girls softball team beat Francis Howell Wednesday by a score of 8-1. And they got a game today at Riverview, hopefully pick up another win. And last but not least, again, hopefully the varsity football team is going to break the Wildcats' bad week this week by picking up a win tomorrow at home against McClure. So everybody needs to get out there, check out the football team. We're going to get rid of this spell we got because they're going to win. That's all I got. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks for tuning in to another broadcast of Channel 77.
See you next week.
I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin round to a beautiful oblivion.
I talked to Heather Snee about what happened and what they did to help. All right, let's do that one time over because I farted. Seriously, I don't know. All right.
So my eyes feel like, oh.
All sane and logical, I wanna tear it off the wall. I hear words and clips and phrases, I think sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I exhale. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof will make me empty inside. I would swallow my doubt, turn it inside.